Guys, and one more thing, everyone knows about that APP. So everyone thinks that we are very expert in APP configuration, but APP configurations means there is a three things are there. APP configurations, APP with DME, APP with IDOC. If you done these three things, then only you know that APP configuration style. Don't think that APP configurations means only creation of the FBJP. That is a basic things, guys. So I know everyone knows about this FBJP transaction. So what is this mean? This is a basic. We can print the checks. Already I told you, right? So we have three types of that APP method. So don't think that this is only the complete APP configuration. So entire APP configurations means APP configuration, APP plus DME configuration, APP plus IDOC configuration. If you know these things, so then you are, you have good knowledge in APP. Okay, so we have completed, I think you know this APP process. We have completed APP with the DME concept, and now we are going to start with APP IDOC. I think if you attend any interview, most of persons will prefer IDOC. I think everyone heard about this IDOC.
Yes.
Okay, the next concept is we are going with the IDOC, guys. So this is clear, right? DMEs. Any doubts, guys?
No doubts, Vishnu.
Anyone having any? Sorry,
I have one doubt.
Who is this? Karthik?
Karthik.
Yeah, Karthik, tell me, how are you, Karthik? After a long time, I'm listening your voice.
Actually, from 9, I was in hospital. So that's why you don't listen my words.
Okay. Tell me, Karthik, what's your doubt?
If any vendor has two invoice, and one is 2 lakh and another is 2 lakh 50. Okay, I want to pay both together in a single day. Then I believe bank will not accept as a NEFT or as a RTGS. It is accept only RTGS because it is more than 2 lakhs. So total amount is 4 lakh 50,000, right?
1 minute, Karthik. So you were telling two invoices is there. So what is the invoice one amount?
First one 2 lakh, second one 2 lakh 50,000.
Okay, so what is the problem?
Both is both is for 4 lakh 40,000, 50,000.
Yeah, 4 lakh 50,000.
So for 2 lakh, system will generate the NEFT, or for 250 system will generate RTGS.
Yeah.
So bank will be treated this amount 4 lakh 50 as a RTGS. They don't treat it as 2 lakh is as a NEFT and 250 is as a RTGS.
Yeah, I understand your question. Guys, you remember, sorry, actually I have deleted this document. Guys, you remember this Word document, right? So Anusha shared one document, right, that notepad. If you can see this one, so suppose I have three transactions, guys. This is the invoice 1, invoice 2, and invoice 3. These three are related to the vendor only. Okay, so how we are running that APP, guys? So if you run that APP, system will clear. This is separate, this one is separate, invoice 3 is a separate. So how our DME document is generating? For the first line item, DME is generating the NEFT transactions. The second invoice, this DME is generating the RTGS. The same we are going to upload in the bank server. Here in bank, we are clearly mentioning that this is the invoice 1 NEFT and this is the invoice 2 RTGS. Here we are not clubbing the amounts. Clearly separate line items we are mentioning, Karthik.
Yes, Vishnu, what Karthik wanted to say is like, for one vendor, can we do the payment in NEFT and RTGS in a day? Like in a day, we can do 2 lakh rupees of NEFT and 2 lakh 50,000 rupees of RTGS. In a day, we can do multiple time of payments. You want to?
This is this is not a saving small bank account, guys. These are the international companies are using that current account only. In current account, it is possible, guys. We can do the payments. So this is, see, we are using savings account. For us, there is a limit is there, but the company point of view, per day they can you can do some crores of transactions. So there is no objection for that.
Okay.
Karthik, you clear, right, Karthik? Karthik, you there? Okay, guys, I think so. You guys understand this concept, right?
Yes.
Yes, Vishnu, we understood.
Okay, so that's it, guys. So next we are going to start with the IDOC. So one of the most important thing. So what is the full form of the IDOC, guys? Any idea?
Intermediate document.
Sorry?
Intermediate document.
Intermediate document. Guys, anyone having any idea, guys, what is this the IDOC? What exactly it will do? Yes, anyone?
No, Vishnu.
Okay, guys. So 1 minute. So the next concept is the IDOC concept, guys. So first I will explain few things here. So IDOC is a intermediate document, guys. Intermediate document. So it is a document. So what it will do exactly? It will move the data from SAP to non-SAP, non-SAP to SAP. Okay. So first one, IDOC. We have the two types of IDOCs, guys. So first I will write and I will explain you.
Sure, Vishnu.
Done, guys.
Vishnu, it's
Yes,
SAP to
Vishnu.
non-SAP, right?
Actually, first I'm explaining this ALE IDOC. So ALE mostly we will use for the SAP to SAP only. EDI we will go for the SAP to non-SAP. This one also we can use for SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP. But mostly companies will prefer to use data from SAP to SAP only. So that's why I have given only SAP to SAP.
Okay.
So here, guys, so IDOC is an intermediate document, guys. So what it will do, it will move the data from one server to another server. Suppose it will move the data means SAP, I have one SAP is there. Suppose take example of that, this is a dev server. And this one is a quality server. Okay, suppose in development, I have 1,000 vendors are there, vendor masters data are there. Okay, the 1,000 vendor master. Excuse me, guys. Okay, suppose I have 1,000 vendors are there in development server. In the same 1,000 vendors, I want in the quality server. Okay, that time we can use IDOCs. So IDOC, what it will do, it will take the 1,000 vendors from development server. It will paste the same data in the quality server. Is this clear, guys? Suppose in development server, I have around 50 materials are there. Materials. In same materials, I want to create in quality also. That time directly we can use this ALE IDOC. What it will do, it will move the data from one server to another server, SAP to SAP. SAP to non-SAP also it will do, but for that purpose, we are going to use that EDA mostly. So I think you understand this concept, right? So what is this IDOC? So ALE IDOC, what we will do? Guys, any doubts here?
Vishnu.
Yes, you can unmute, guys, at least sometime. At least I have to understand that whether you guys are understanding or not. Please respond, guys. Okay.
No doubts, Vishnu.
Yes.
Yes, Vishnu, understand.
Thanks. Okay, so this is a ALE IDOC concept. Right? Actually, ALE IDOC is done with the help of the ABAPers, guys. You need some ABAPer to do this complete configuration. But here we don't have any ABAPer, so we will go with an EDA. So I will do the configuration, how to do this EDA for ALE IDOC purpose. So I mean, just for reference, if as a FI consultant, you should know this process, guys. So it will very helpful to you to crack that interview, and you can get more knowledge. So if you want to know about this ALE IDOC, there is, it will take around 3 days, guys, for that complete configuration. But this is a very simple. So there is only one option, guys. I cannot explain you in this class, but I can do one thing. Already I have prepared one video on IDOC, guys. So you can go through that video. I will give that link. But for only for this video, guys, okay, because we cannot discuss, because ABAP is required for that configurations. 1 minute. Okay, it's around 50 minutes, guys. So I think you will get some less voice issue, but try to understand this one. I will share this link, guys. Just go through this one. I will paste this in chat box, guys, so you can use. Okay, guys, so for this ALE video, you just go through that YouTube channel. So that is my YouTube only. So just to go through and just to try to understand that basic configuration. Basic things are necessary, guys. If you know that basic concept, it will very helpful to you. No need to learn that in complete configurations. Okay, in this video, I have created two servers. I think you are using client 800, right, demo server, but for this video purpose, I have created one more client in my, that is a client 810 client. So I move the data from client 800 to 810 with the help of the IDA. I think I have moved that raw material something. I didn't remember that one, but you can do this one, guys. Okay, you just try how to move the data from client 800 to client 810. So this is a completely configurations are there. Just go through, you can learn something. So, but in this session, we are going to start the EDA IDOC. So it's EDA IDOC, it is an electronic data interchange. I will give free. Guys. Done, guys.
Yes, Vishnu.
So you just see on that first IDOC, ALE IDOC. With the help of ALE, see IDOC, we can do. With the help of IDOC, we can do multiple things, guys. Okay, mostly we will use for the two things. One is that to move the data from SAP to SAP, and the second one is that to move the data from, to send the data and receive the data also, guys. This is not only we are sending. At the same time, we will receive the data from SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP. Okay, so this is the main concept of the IDOCs. We can move the data from SAP server to non-SAP server and SAP server to SAP server. In the first ALE, I am sending any some kind of the material data, vendor information, and customer information. Guys, this is just information only, not configuration. How can we move the data, configuration data from development to quality?
TR.
Yeah, with the help of the TR. Okay, so here we are not moving the configurations, we are moving the transactional data, text only we are moving. Okay, so coming to EDA concept. So I think already I have explained this concept, right? So we have three types of the things are there in APP: APP check, APP IDOC, APP DME. So in the last class I have explained you, right? 1 minute, I will open the document. So you can look at this thing, right? So we have three types of APPs are there. When you run that APP, these three are the major one. APP check means we are going to print the checks and we are going to send it to the vendor. Coming to APP IDOC concept, so what we are going to do, we will send one document to the bank will print the checks and it will send to the vendor. Okay, here coming to DME, what we are doing, when you execute that DME, system is generating one .txt file, we are uploading the file in bank. So bank is doing NEFT and RTGS transaction. This is a one scenario. Coming to APP IDOC scenario, what we are going to do here, we are not sending any NEFT transaction, we are sending that check information. Or if you want to send any checks to the vendor from bank side, not from our end, so we are going to use that APP IDOC concept, IDOC EDA concept. So what we will do in this configurations, we will run, again this is also same process, we will run that APP configuration. That time automatically SAP will generate one IDOC document number. Okay, automatically our SAP server is connected with the bank, so in backend automatically system will send one document to the bank directly, it will go to the bank, guys. So but we can see the data, what kind of the data we are sending to the bank, whether it is a success stage or else it's a failure status, we can see. Okay, if you run that APP, automatically system will send one document to the bank server. Automatically bankers, what they will do, they will print the check and they will send to the vendor. This is a concept of the IDOC here. Guys, you understand the concept, right?
Yes, Vishnu.
Okay, so just you should know the difference, guys. Here APP DME means if you run that APP, automatically system will from system we are downloading one document that that TXT, and we next we are uploading manually. That is a manually we are dealing with that. But in this case, when you run that APP, automatically system will generate one IDOC number. At the same time, automatically in backend, that IDOC number will go to the bank. All that information they will open and they will print the check and they will send to the vendor. This is from here, company only directly sending the information to the vendor, guys. Okay, so you clear, right? What is this APP IDOC concept here?
Yes, Vishnu.
Okay, so that is a APP IDOC concept. So this we are going to discuss in this session. And 1 minute, I will give us some steps. Guys, first we will go with the process, guys. So later we'll go with the configurations.
Done, Vishnu.
Done, guys. Okay. So, guys, this is a completely process, guys. So first we are going to configure that app. Next, we will go with that IDOC configuration. Next, we will upload the data. We will do that vendor master updation. We'll pass that open invoices. Again, we will run that app. Then automatically system will generate the IDOCs. Okay, this is a complete process, guys. So we will go with that one by one steps. These steps are the common, guys. So